Do you look back a lot? You reflect back on life?
Yeah, I reflect back, but that, doesn't help anything. I think I've got albums and albums. I say I should pull them out and look at them, but I don't.
Well, I once heard this saying, everybody's got to have three things in life. You got to have something to look back on, something to look forward to, and something to do today.
Right. Well, the things I do today is what keeps me going.
Yeah.
As I said, I chair this finance thing for the Rotary every year, and this Kaplan thing. And I sit down at the computer at 12 at night, and I do all the work that I have to do. I go to bed around 2 o'clock every morning, every day. I get in the bed and I read for 20 minutes, and then I'm done. but those things keep me busy. If I didn't have that, I think I'd go nuts.
Yeah.
Right. But sooner or later, I've got to turn that over to somebody. I'm not as agile as I used to be.
Well, your memory and your articulation are amazing.
Yeah, right.
Like I said, when you try to find somebody your age to relate to compare, they're all dead.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
I mean, the people that I try to compare you to are their 70s or 80s.
That's right.
And they're all feeble and out to pasture or dead or.
Yeah.
And Lee, you're just amazing.
Well, I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm ready for whatever happens.
Well, people watching.
Yeah.
Young people, they want to know what's the secret.
Well, the secret is moderation.
Yeah.
I really, we used to, Margie and I would have a drink every night. We went to Las Vegas once and ended up with a bottle of
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
Okay.
And she became a Jack Daniels fan. And we'd sit and have a drink every night before dinner. And we never got, drunk, but we'd have a drink, one drink, or maybe she'd have two, maybe. I always said she really owned part of Jack Daniels with all the money she spent. We went out there one day, we went through their plant. It was really something.
In Tennessee?
Yeah, right.
Walker?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They have these warehouses with barrels and barrels and barrels and stuff. Yeah. The only thing with Margie, she smoked too much. She finally gave it up.
And you never smoked?
Never smoked.
Yeah. But
that's probably a secret too. One of the secrets that helps.
But you certainly were subjected to secondhand smoke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But obviously didn't affect you.
Well, look at my brother-in-law, Cy. He lived till 98 and lived with Annie, who smoked till she was 93. And in the car and in the house. So it's an individual thing, that secondhand smoke. I think it's something that surely can affect some people, but doesn't affect everybody.
How old did your mom live to?
How old?
Yeah.
When she lived here?
No, when did your mom die? How old was she?
She died in 1957, and she was in her late 60s.
Yes.
So both my parents didn't have longevity.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And both my sisters lived a long life too.
Yeah.
I think Marion was in her 80s and Annie was in her 90s when she died.
I once heard this saying, stress has killed more men than bullets.
Yeah, right.
Would you say you've lived a stressful life or stress-free life?
Well, I've had my stressful moments, there's no doubt about it, but I've seemed to throw them off without too much problem.
Well, living with moderation can certainly help that.
Absolutely.
And nobody's going to say you ever got stressed out in your commute to work.
Right. Well, we bought this lot because it was close to the business. Mm-hmm. We're like 2 minutes away. And we bought it and put it up on a hill because of the flooding we always had in the main street in Livingston Manor. And we used to have these floods. In 1969 was the bad flood. And what we would do was open the back door and the front door and just let the water go through. And we'd have to pick everything up, like 3 feet from the floor. And boy, that was stressful.
Were the wooden floors?
Yeah. Well, they had the vinyl finish, you know.
But didn't they take forever to dry out?
Oh yeah, it did take. Yeah, we had to scrub them, you know, leave a mud residue, so we'd have to clean it up. But that that happened maybe once every 10, 12 years. But now Main Street gets flooded over. They've almost had a flood almost every other year. It's and they are working on trying to alleviate some of the problems. But the flooding was always a stressful kind of thing. Trying to keep up with the modern technology, but it's tough.
How many 95-year-old people do you think use a computer?
I don't know.
I know people in their 60s.
Right.
I don't mess with those things.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't. Well, I got into it about 12, 14 years ago, you know, when it was still fairly new.
Yeah.
And I do all my stuff. On Quicken, I write all my checks on Quicken and take care of my accounts. I take care of the Kaplan account. I take care of the Rotary list. Like I have a list from year to year, you know, on that Rotary promotion to make money, you know. See, I have these senior moments.
Well, if you're not going to have a senior moment at 95,
yeah, right.
When are you going to have them?
Right. So anyway, I have that all on my computer, and it's very stressful sometimes when you lose some of that the computer.
Well, Holly and I are going to be here for your 100th birthday party.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I hope I'll be here.
Oh, yes, you'll be here too.
I don't know.